This is part one of two videos made to overview the MAISA, which stands for Michigan Association of Intermediate School Administrators, the new Michigan writing units, specifically the Kindergarten Launching writing unit. So the first step is to get to the unit, and we Google three words, either MAISA Atlas Rubicon or Oakland Atlas, ATLAS, Rubicon. Either MAISA Atlas Rubicon or Oakland Atlas Rubicon will get you to the units. I'm choosing Oakland at this time because of the uploading to MAISA. And when I get there, the very first link is the link I choose. Now, if at any time the navigating is something that you're already familiar with, feel free to fast forward this video to the content desired. Okay, so when we're here, we search by two of these drop-down menus. The first is by school, and we choose Common Core. The second is by grade, and this is kindergarten today. When we've done that, we've narrowed our search down to math, writing, and reading. We're choosing writing. Clicking on the blue words, we get a link to one possible pacing of writing if you were using these units. Now, many districts are looking at these units in tandem with previous resources they've used, with new resources that they might have used or purchased, and districts are choosing pacing. Now, launching writing intuitively comes at the beginning of the year and falls after for kindergarten and oral language unit. And some of these units build upon themselves, but at the same time, districts have the autonomy and need to have the conversations to think about pacing of any resources that they're using as they align to the Common Core state standards. Again, this is part one of two videos looking at this Launching the Writing Workshop unit for kindergarten. This is a very general overview, and part two will be more specific with a kindergarten teacher giving tips. So the first thing that we have with any of these units is a graphic organizer. And we can read through this graphic organizer to really get a sense of the essential understandings created in this unit. So we think about this and we think that, okay, this unit on Launching the Writing Workshop is about establishing and learning the writing process. And then we continue to move down these stems and we get sentences that really are creating a paragraph of overview. So we do that by using mentor texts for students to frame their stories and concepts. We learn this writing process by following workshop procedures, and that's writing workshop. That's the instructional model utilized for these resources. It's done by using drawings as another way to express their ideas, by making their work public, by getting print on the page, and by revising to add more detail. I'm going to give you a moment now to read the unit abstract. This goes in more depth into the planning and organization of this unit. Go ahead and pause this video to take a moment and read this. Okay. More on unit structure. So these units were created using the best of our knowledge as far as curricular design. So we name the standards right out front, and these unit writers that created these in collaboration with practicing classroom teachers and were classroom teachers themselves created these knowing that this is a work in progress, and then pilot and review teams of teachers are utilizing these resources. So we know that this is pretty much always going to be a draft. We're always going to be thinking about the data that we're collecting for those around the state who are using these, and making our work better and smarter together. But we do know that the Common Core standards addressed are concrete and do have a depth of rigor that we wanted to put first and foremost in this project. and make sure that we're creating resources aligned to these expectations. The backwards design planning method for curriculum includes beginning with essential focus questions. These are the exact same questions that were exemplified in that graphic organizer, framed in the question format to build the unit. There are key concepts and terms that we'll be exploring with students, and they're all listed here for us. So we have that at the front end. Assessment tasks and intellectual processes included are listed next. There are two important resources here in the kindergarten through second grade units that are really to be used beyond kindergarten through second grade, and teachers are finding these very valuable. The Formative Assessment Overview Package and the Formative Assessment Packet. These are both created through collaboration across multiple counties, and teachers again are finding them very user-friendly and valuable. Teachers are feeling empowered to know that the differentiated practices that they're already using are actually formative assessment, but then they're given some clear guidance in these resources to know how to use that information to guide instruction the next day with students and in the moment. So it would be worth your time to open those up and read more about that work. And finally, you have a lesson sequence, so you're able to read through the unit at the learning target level. So all of these teaching points for these lessons listed here could truly be turned into learning targets. Writers sketch their stories could absolutely be, for session 3, I can sketch my story, so that you have the ability for students to measure their work up against these clear, student-friendly targets. You have two attachments often at the end of these units. The Unit 2 Launching Resource Packet and the lesson plans. This lesson plan link has more than the mini lesson plans. It also has information on the process of immersion, a very important piece that you'll want to take a look at on the front end. It also has tips in each lesson for teachers, and these really, again, were written by teachers for teachers, and through exploring collaboratively, you're going to have resources, and please create resources and share out things that you've used to make this work for your students. Part 2 of this work will be, again, a kindergarten teacher talking about the lesson plans and giving you tips for implementation. Thank you.